And it might be the first time actually finishing on different levels of
Also, we find out a lot more about the pocket cinema camera and the 4K production camera, because that's once again going to change everything. Okay, let's have a look at DaVinci. Actually, I'll just go here and mirror my displays.
EX1, EX1R, JVC 18100, EX3, two F3s, 5D Mark II. I had two of those, I only got one now because I sold it. That's probably the only one of my ancient cameras that I've still got. I've got one that's in pieces that kind of split apart, but I kept that one because sentimental reasons really. That's where it all changed for me. Before that I was a live director working at BBC and Sky and ITN, doing whatever shifts I get, and I could not stand being in the studios. It was fine for the first 12 years, but after that, if you got dreams and you want to be a filmmaker, television directing is not it. Nothing against television directors, but I just didn't want it to be my life. Okay, now the cameras I use these days, forget about that one at the back because that's not mine. EX3, EX1R, and F3. And I love the F3 and that's become my main camera. And I've got two of those now. I'm on the verge of getting a third, which might be slightly insane, but there's reasons to it. I do a lot of multi-cam work. And it's just the best camera I've used, so I absolutely love it. I also use a Blackmagic cinema camera quite a bit these days. I did show in my last presentation Mix Pre-D, which is something which will plug into the camera, and you can basically go XLR to jack, and it's got very good preamps. So there are ways around the fact that it doesn't have XLRs. In fact, the Mix Pre-D, you could screw on top of the camera. I mean, there's holes in there. You could just screw it on top, and then you've got your XLRs there anyway. It's another £700 to spend, but you know, when you get the results and you get what you want. I mean, people kind of stress about how much all this stuff costs, but I grew up in a world where it cost, you know, $80,000 for a Betacam in Australia in, you know, 1989, which is when I started television. So these cameras are available at amazing prices, really. So to spend a bit more to get the audio sorted out, well, it's just what needs to be done.
Why have we done it? Two reasons. First of all, to get the cost down. Second of all, to get it more convenient. This was an form factor called PCMCIA, and back in the days when we brought it out, most computers had a PCMCIA slot that you can just slot these straight into the computers. Technology's moved on, and now computers don't generally have PCMCIA slots on there, but they do have an SD card slot. So you can put this micro P2 into your SD slot of your computers and your devices and use it like an SD card. But it's not an SD card, it's a P2. So you've got the reliability, electronic reliability, the recoverability as you've got with the P2 card. Wi-Fi with a range of up to 200 metres. Completely battery powered. Give you a lifetime of around 8 hours. Two batteries. Effectively, it's a complete communicating system, satellite system in a case. Everything you need is in one case to give you 10 megabits per second up, 10 megabits per second down, fully configurable and bookable within a 15-minute slot.
Thank you. More information. Thank you very much. So this, you said this was worth 11,000.
Yes, 11,500.
11,000.
500.
And that one? 3,000.
3,500.
Is that because the wireless both have voice?
Yeah, the difference is.
Yes. Wow. They all come parts.
Yeah. Goes
Wow.
into 3 sections and then packs in the case.
That's the main part, isn't it?
And this is the main part.
Yeah.
Folds.
Wow. Very clever.
The other difference is this will work on any KA band satellite. So it's designed to work on whether that be Newspotter, Avanti, SES, Yarsat, or any new KA band satellite, simply by changing this and changing this back panel, which is completely detachable. So you take the back panel off, put a new modem on, new trio, and then you're on a different satellite.
Thank you.
The fact that you've got raw at an affordable price, I mean, you guys saw the pictures.
Automatically all been entered into a draw to win a 3-day training session up to the value of £700. And also as well there's 5 runner-up prizes which are a half-day training on Final Cut Pro 10. We are travelling, we're doing a road show, so we are doing what we organise it, how you edit it. So to begin with, if you just like to first of all open up Final Cut Pro, that's always good. It should be open, but if not, just click on it in your document. There's this icon down here. So if you just click on that, it'll fire up Final Cut 10. And this is what it will look like. So in the top left-hand corner, you have an event library. In the middle window here is a viewer, so basically whatever I've selected on, I simply view it in the viewing window. I have, if I just scroll up to the top, and I've got all these shots from an Alexa camera. And my first clip here, again, you'll have the skimmer turned on, so what you can do with the mouse, you can just pass the skimmer over the clip, and it gives you a quick preview. I quite like the skimmer. When I first came to Final Cut 10, I didn't like it. And now when I'm skimming through it, it's good because I can simply select a clip and preview what I'm looking at. If I click on the keyword, it just shows me all the clips that have those keywords on them. So you can almost think of the keywords like bins, but that's how they're organized. So you are manually tagging the clips yourself. Now the flip side to that is you can also do a smart collection. And a smart collection is where the computer clips above or below, they have to connect to your primary timelines. So for example, with this, identify which part of the song that clip belongs to. So if you watch angle 6 here, it'll occasionally disappear and then reappear. It's still all in sync. And that's just music videos, you can get them in a day. Because the other thing I like about